up, YouTubers? This is Miss Rachel Adina. So I'm super excited that you clicked on this video, but I know that you want to know how you achieve a twist out in under 2.5 to 3 hours. So what you need is a comb, Denman brush, edge brush, hair brush for slicking them edges, gel, styling cream, grease, and an elastic. Then what you're going to do is separate your hair into 3 sections. So this hairstyle is ideal for those days where you only have a few hours to get ready, but you don't want to put your hair back in the Jane bun. You don't want to do a wash and go, and your twist out hasn't been set the night before. So you could add this hairstyle to your arsenal as quick hairstyles when you are in a rush. As you can see, my hair is in a blown out state, but honey, make no mistake, you can definitely complete this same hairstyle in the same amount of time if your hair is in a more shrunken, curly state. So at this moment, I'm just going to take a little bit of my grease. I'm going to be using African's Best Dew Grow, I believe it's called, just to get a little bit on that part so it can be shining and glistening in the sun. And it's also really important to put something on your scalp if it's going to be exposed, because the summer months in Florida will definitely scorch those parts and have you wondering what on earth happened. So you're just going to take a little bit and rub it down the shafts of your hair. And right here, I'm going to be using some Eco Styler gel. This is a clear one, hold of 10, and it works pretty good. Now, I did speed up the part where I'm showing you guys the braids, but be careful. This braid is ugly, so I decided to just speed this part up and to show you that you can make mistakes. You could try it again, but I'm going to do this side here, which came out a lot better, and then later I will do the other side again. Girl, them 2 crown braids in the front is a real struggle. Every time I try to put these braids in my hair, I at least have to do one side over. As you can see, I'm starting this braid as close to the part as possible, but the braid is in fact going back diagonally. This is going to make sure that the part is not visibly seen, and it'll also make sure that your edges are not being overly stretched for this hairstyle. It'll also make it easier for you to pull the 2 braids in the back to complete the hairstyle. Yay! So it's time to get started on the twist. So keep in mind that you're going to be doing 8 twists in total, so 4 twists on each side. Now doing these twists can get a little bit tricky, simply because you have to keep in mind how fast your hair dries. So I'm going to use about 1 to 1/4 size of styling cream and about 3 to 4 mist of water. Then I'm going to detangle. Using the Denman brush will help distribute the products throughout my hair easily, and upon twisting, my hair definitely does not look super wet, as you can see, and it has a cool feeling to it and not necessarily a damp or a wet one. So you're going to do the same thing to the other section. You're going to add your styling cream, making sure that your hair is not super dry. Then you're also going to add about 4 to 5 mist of water. Now remember, your hair should be more cool than wet. You should make sure that as you add the water, your curls are not reverting back to their original state, but they're kind of staying a little bit puffy. Now, this may seem a little bit challenging and difficult, but once you get it, this will definitely be your go-to hairdo. Now when you're finished with this hairstyle, just spray your hair with some water. About 3 mists will be just right. This will help improve the definition of your twist. Awesome, so this is the home stretch. So what I'm just doing is just adding some gel to the edges of my hair, and I'm swooping with my edge brush. Now, remember what we've learned today. You have to make sure that when you're doing this hairstyle that you know how fast your hair dries. You could often try this every now and again to make sure that you get it just right, so when you're in a crunch you can do this hairstyle and it will be ready and it will be great for you. Also, you want to make sure that when you do this hairstyle, you allow your hair an adequate amount of time. Now, if your hair happens to not be dry in 2 hours or in an hour or so, just make sure you take your blow dryer, use it for about 20 minutes, and it will be great. So after an hour and about 45 minutes, my hair is completely dry and I'm ready to take it down. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that every little piece that you unravel, you separate it one time. If you don't want it to be super fluffy, you can leave it as is. So as you separate the pieces, just make sure that you are paying attention to the ends and you're not being too rough with them. So we're almost done. I'm just going to take my 2 braids out, fluff the crown of my head a little bit more, and then I'm going to tie my hair as snug as I like it in the back of my head. So take your 2 braids, tie it up with an elastic, and then make sure that you pull the braids down as much as possible once the braids are tight up against your head, but not too tight. Or you could take 1 braid and bobby pin it to the braid on the other side to create a crown braid effect. And that's it, ladies. I hope you really liked this video. Take care.